here we've actually embedded a dashboard directly into this MixERP application, and this is a .NET application. So we're not embedding into only Java applications. We can embed into non-Java applications as well. So here's a .NET open source MixERP type of application, and JReport is embedded here as a dashboard. You can see the different components here. But I want to show you a way to customize this using JavaScript. So we go to top selling items here. This is another report that we built out. And you can see that this is like a three-dimensional bar chart. This is all controlled using JavaScript. And let me go to actual code here. And logging into the actual AWS AMI Windows machine, and you can see here that we have different JavaScript files. We're going to be modifying report-rpt.js, and this is the line that actually controls what you're actually going to see there. So I want to uncomment this line and comment this line. What we saw there before was account-bar.cls. This is a JReport proprietary format there that shows that account bar chart. So I'm just switching that to something called topselling1.wls. And you can see where it's being used a little bit down below here, in that we've built out all of the APIs in JavaScript. You can see that this variable factory is set to the app factory in Ginfinite's API for JavaScript, and that is later that factory is later used here to run the report. You see the function call here with JReport server and the prpt res, which is what I set up here to topselling1.ws. So this is the function call that makes that report generation happen. All right, so I've changed that. Let me go and save it and switch back to the bar chart, and all I have to do is refresh. So now you're seeing a completely different type of report. Okay, top selling items with four components. Let me go and change that again to something a little bit more interesting. Top selling 2. Press save, and I go back and I just do a quick refresh, and you're now seeing more variety of different components. So you can also add things like a toolbar. So there's all the components can be added individually. So let's go back and add the toolbar. All you have to do in this particular case is has toolbar equals to true, and hit save. Go back and hit refresh. And now you can make the toolbar visible. So the toolbar lets you do things like saving, export, print, undo, redo, filter, and you can set the full data mode or partial data mode. You can even set view mode or edit mode. So a lot of control there using JavaScript. But this is all still contained in one report area. Okay, this whole report is contained in an area of the MixERP application. What happens if you want to mix, take individual components and spread them around a little bit and kind of provide more flexible ways of customizing? So I click on another report called Sales by Office. And this is an interesting one where we have a report actually below this line here, and the control components, the external control components, are actually sitting in a different section of this MixERP application above the line. Okay, so that's actually outside of the report. We could have, if we wanted to, taken these buttons and put them in the same line as the inventory, sales, purchase, finance, back office, and mix them into that with JavaScript. But we just had this here for better clarity. So I can definitely go do things like set the different set a filter to the top 4 products, the top sales for the top 4 products. So now you see 4 items here. I can export them, print them, and this is a shortcut button. If I want to export out to Excel, I just click this button and it downloads to my desktop, and I could see a Excel file that looks near identical. Sorry, I have a lot of things running on my my Mac here, so it might be a little bit slow to load up Excel. Okay, there we go. So now we have the Excel, and basically, this is pretty close to what you saw in the actual in the actual web application, the MixERP application. And this is, mind you, not just a snapshot or a screen capture of that bar chart. This is actually backed with, this is a real chart object backed with actual data. Okay, so you can continue to change the representation of your visualization directly in Excel. Let's go ahead and close that and go back to this. I want to now do some customization of this. A really kind of quick and easy one is to be able to change that Excel button, and I want to change it to PDF. So here is a file that controls the label of it. So I can change it to PDF here. If I click on it, it's still going to generate an Excel file, but I'm just changing the label to PDF. Click Save. And this other file, demo-rpt-sales.js, this actually controls the functionality of that button. So I want to change that to now be able to generate a PDF file rather than an Excel file. So go ahead and save that. And I will go back to my browser, the MixERP application, do a refresh there. And now you can see that this button is now PDF. So let's, change this to a filter, across the top 2 product sales. And when I click PDF here, downloads to my machine. And it usually just pops open my PDF. Oh yeah, so it just popped open. I just have my Mac. Whenever there's a PDF download, I pop open the preview application to show the PDF file. So this is the PDF file of exactly what you saw on that MixERP application. Okay, so I'll go ahead and close that. And so that just kind of highlights the different ways you can customize. Of course, those are simple examples, but you can definitely do more complex types of manipulations of and customizations of the control components, the individual widgets, and the entire report into any application. And it looks like users really have no idea that JReport's running in the background. They all think it's just part of the MixERP application, and that's the intention, is that we can be entirely white labeled and fully customized and integrated into any type of application.